The media is seen as the fourth realm of the state. So it is undocumented that the media is the fourth arm of government, just as the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature are documented. But in a liberal democratic society, the media is the eye of the society, and therefore it can serve as a watchdog on the three identified or identifiable arms of government. But does that mean because you have access to a camera, you can take pictures or videos anywhere you want? So we need to strike a decent balance between what is classified and what the civilian population will be allowed to see. Which media landscape is more liberal than the American media? They are amongst the freest media houses or media outlets in the world. But my question is, have you ever seen any media reportage, whether by CNN, CBS, MSNBC, Voice of America, or anything, capturing where America produces its atomic bombs? Have you ever even imagined in which states, out of the 50 states in the US, America has got nuclear weapons? How dare you? You will not be allowed, because that is state secret. So you can't say because you are a civilian, it is, in the US, the nuclear weapons, are they not built with taxpayer money? It is the taxes of the American people. But there is a need to know basis upon which the media can give coverage. So that is why I think even though the Army and the Ghana Police Service are accountable to the state, they are accountable to the civilians who are the people and the taxpayers, there would always be a limit to what the civilians should see. Sometimes at Michel Camp, you hear incidents that some of our armory has exploded. You can't go into our armory and cover it. It's not done anywhere in the world. Because inadvertently, you are giving delicate information to our enemies. Why should the purchase of the president's presidential jet be a subject discussed on radio? It shouldn't be there at all. So much as I agree with those who are pro-media coverage for everything, right to information bill, we live in a liberal society, even the best example of democracy is America, has got limits to which the media can cover events in the country. I am seriously concerned about the way we escalate some security issues. For example, the police carries out an operation and then they impound maybe a dozen AK-47 guns. Then the media, see how they will report it. Hey, look at what Ghana is turning into. This is what we have seen. How about the trailer loads of other weapons we have not seen? That is not proper security coverage. That is why each of the security institutions has got a public relations directorate. So when all is said and done, the spokesperson for the Army or spokesperson for or PRO of the Ghana Police Service will say, at Kaswa, this and that happened, and this is the extent to which the investigations have gotten to. We'll revert to the nation as to the outcome of the investigations. But where I will hold brief for the media is that I've not seen any investigation that is conclusive in this country. It's always we are investigating. So then the media has to come in to hold the security services accountable. That you said you were investigating this. How come we haven't heard anything up to this time? But for the media to go ahead of the Army or the media to go ahead of the Ghana Police Service and give its own narrative to a very active security situation, because you are not done with the operation yet. You are not done. It's an active security situation you are dealing with. So the media has to be circumspect, even though I think the security services are accountable to the people. Please, do we agree now? Is there consensus? My gentleman, you don't agree? You agree, right? Okay. So My brother, are you okay? Why you run a media house? Okay. Yes, because you were thoroughly in support. And again, what I would also recommend is that out of goodwill, the army, look at even the Ghana National Fire Service. Do you know many people don't know that the fire service is also a security institution and that its operations in some cases should be kept clandestine or classified? You saw the atomic gas incident. You remember some few years ago, a gas station went up and people died. You saw how people were giving the reason to the incident even before the Ghana National Fire Service would tell us this and that happened. And how people took cameras there, and people who were, in a very terrible situation. Why do you even photograph people when they are in this stupor of death, when they are in this pain? So I think we have only decided that we should repeal the criminal libel law. The media landscape should be liberal, but then we haven't put in place the checks and balances to safeguard people's integrity. Look at what is happening to Sonny Badu. He's finished because somebody did a little research and the whole media has also picked up. So you see, people's reputations are being destroyed. The army is made to feel like it's not working well. The Ghana Police Service is made to feel like it is also not doing the right thing. All because of the narrative we feed the people. So what I recommend is this. You won't expect the army to tell you the truth, 100%. Just as the civilians are arguing. You won't expect the Ghana Police Service to tell you the absolute truth. That is why sometimes armed robbers are killed. And the people say, the people you have killed, they are not armed robbers, they are our brothers. But the police would also show you guns, indicating that they were wielding these guns before we shot them down. Then the people say, no, they are brothers, they were not armed robbers. And eventually the verdict is out that they were not armed robbers. So we can't entirely trust everything, official army or official Ghana Police Service would tell us. So what do? Create a goodwill. Tell the media houses you can allow 1 or 2 people embed with your department, embed with your division, embed with your whatever wing you have. Then give them the needed training. So I want to see a country where the media has got a military correspondent who has gone to military academy to learn the rudiments of coverage for military activities. So when you see soldiers move, you don't only say, AJ, the way we saw before the lockdown, we only saw soldiers coming out of buses. And the idea was that, so somebody will give a slant to it because the person doesn't really understand the maneuvers of the military. So get them to give you their professionals. Let them go through the training. Then they can embed with you. Then they will understand that this is state-sensitive secret. I won't cover it. This is good for civilian consumption. I can cover it. But if they act in one silo, and the officials of the military and the Ghana Police Service are also in a different silo, there will always be a mismatch of how you recount events. And at the end of the day, who suffers? We, the ordinary civilians, who hear from you and hear from the media as well. So we get confused. Please, have I made a little sense? Yeah, so you can embed them. Yes, so you can embed them with you so that where you think this is on a need-to-know basis, you say this is off the record. This is off the record. Because the US itself will not allow you. In Iraq, have you ever seen any soldier coming out to take a selfie to say, Baghdad things, we are doing things in Baghdad? No. Yeah, because there are strict rules that tell you this is what you can do, this is what you can't do. But for the fact that the media has to operate doesn't mean that we should wash, all our dirty linen in public. Madame made a point which I wanted to add up to.